Page 42, Fanfare. A fanfare is just a da-da-da-da-da, here I am type thing. It's an announcement with a bunch of fancy chords. There can be a little melody to it, but it's usually a lot of chords going on, just announcing your presence. Da-da, okay. That's basically what this is after. That's sort of the feel of this piece. We're just getting some more experience with our 3 chords. The 1 chord, the 5/7 chord, and the 4 chord, right? They don't have the numbers in here, I'm telling you. I explained this in the previous video. You already know about the numbers and how the chords are numbered according to the key signature. So these are the chords in the key of C major that we're using. However, the names of the chords, C, F, and G7, that's not related to a key signature. That's just the name of the chord. That would be their names regardless of what the key signature is. But the 1, or the number, goes to the key signature. Yeah. Or the key you're in. Let's look fanfare over. I'm confusing myself enough here. You got 4 lines, no repeat sign, is 4 lines. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time, quarter notes, half notes, whole notes, and we're using our chords. Okay. And we'll kind of take it both hands at the same time because for the most part it's only one hand or the other playing. So in the right hand you're starting a C position, of course, and then the left hand comes in on the second line in C position. So we're here. And the quarter notes. There's no F there now. Now, this tricky part, because you got to go from here to here. The little finger. You can lift up. In time, you'll learn to do this without looking at the keyboard. You may have to look at first, but you just lift up. So it's, again, the second measure is here, and then lift up. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. In the second line, the left hand gets the quarter notes, and the right hand's still on the F chord. And then you come down to C chord. Okay. In the third line, you're just doing the chords in the right hand, and then the left hand gets. All right, that's fine. You can get that, I'm sure. See, I have a bit of a problem in these videos, in that I'm a firm believer, and I want you to be able to read this music and figure it out on your own and discover it on your own. In other words, I want to work myself out of a job. I want to get to the point you don't need a teacher. You don't need me explaining anything. You can do it all yourself. And what a lot of teachers do, and what most of mine did, is they would demonstrate it and say, here, play it this way. And they would play it. Well, all that does is teach you how to copy, and you don't need to be taught how to copy somebody. You can do that naturally. I don't want you copying me or anybody else. I want you reading the music and figuring it out on your own. Well, in these videos, somewhere in the video, I bury it. I actually perform it for you. And first I didn't do this simply because I don't want you copying me. And I got to thinking about, all right, I'm getting so many requests because people don't understand that they need to read the music themselves. They want to hear it first. So because of all the requests, I go ahead and demonstrate it, but I bury it inside the video on most. I used to label it and put it at the end of the video. Now I bury it inside. So if you want to see the demo or hear it, you have to find it or watch the lesson. I hope you will watch the lesson and maybe learn something from it. So much for my lecture on demoing. But I'd like you to be able to read this and discover what it sounds like on your own. Then listen to somebody else and compare what you've done to them and compare the two, because they'll be a little different. And that's okay as long as you don't violate anything the music says. Anyway, so much for the commercial. Back to the fanfare now. Once you have the notes and the rhythms, then as far as the articulation goes, you're just connecting the quarter notes. You can't connect the chords, but pretend you can. Try to. And the phrasing in this particular piece is every 4 measures or each line. So at the end of the line, you lift up like taking a breath at the end of each line. Okay, articulation. So it's like the last 2 measures, the first line you're here. It's just a little more silence for the end of a phrase than it is between the chords. The chords, there's a little silence there. I'm trying to keep it as little as possible. But at the end of the line, now I'm lifting up, so I have time to take a breath. So the silence is a little longer between the phrases. And then for the dynamics, well, I give you an F and that's it. Okay, fanfares or processionals are usually pretty loud. Because when you say da-da-da-da-da, here I am, generally that's loud. You don't da-da-da-da, here I am. That's out of character for fanfare. So yes, it's going to be loud, and that's going to be both hands, of course. As far as how fast you take it, they don't give you a speed yet. We're not into speeds yet. We will be, but not yet. Think about coming in, processional, coming into the room or whatever. You decide how fast it goes. You know, it's not a love song. It's not going to put somebody to sleep, but it's not a race either. It's just in between, somewhere in the middle. Careful at the end, the last three measures. That C in the left hand is tied for the rest of the piece. So you hold it down as you're doing this. But let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms and all. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Off.